12 Long Island.
Our top stories on this Saturday, May 2nd. A New York political powerhouse could soon be headed to jail. What we've just learned about the Rockville Center lawmaker. Plus, breaking overnight, another royal baby is born. Details next. And the Long Island Marathon to the Kentucky Derby this weekend is a sports lover's dream. Good morning and welcome to News 12 Long Island. I'm Alicia Laventure. More on those stories in just a minute. But first, let's head straight to meteorologist Matt Hammer for a look at your weekend forecast. Sounds good. Thank you, Matt. The most powerful Republican in New York could soon be in handcuffs. State Senate Majority Leader Dean Skelos and his son are reportedly expected to be arrested as soon as Monday on federal corruption charges. The two have been under investigation for their business dealings. A Newsday report says it's not clear exactly what charges the two Long Islanders will face if arrested. A Uniondale High School teacher is accused of raping a minor. Lionel Harvey was arraigned yesterday. A spokesperson for the district tells News 12 he was a teacher at the school, but it's not clear if Harvey's alleged victim was a student. The school issued a statement overnight saying, quote, prior to his arraignment, the district was not aware of the arrest. Lionel Harvey will not be permitted back on school district property for the duration of the district attorney's investigation and related proceedings. More demonstrations and more arrests in Baltimore. There were at least 50 protest-related and curfew violation arrests overnight, but we're told people in the city are now feeling a sense of relief. It follows yesterday's announcement of criminal charges in Freddie Gray's death. The 6 police officers accused in his death are free on bond. Here on Long Island, reaction to those charges is mixed.
The ones that are doing the right thing, they should be rewarded, but the ones that not should be punished.
Are we going to get to a point where the police are going to be hesitant to act when it's in the best interest of the public because of the fear of repercussions?
The state's attorney says Gray's arrest was illegal and unjustified. Al Sharpton is expected to hold a victory rally in Manhattan today. Breaking overnight, royal baby number 2 is here. We've just learned Prince William's wife, Kate, has given birth to a baby girl at St. Mary's Hospital in London. That's where big brother George was born almost 2 years ago. It happened at 8:34 this morning, their time, of course. The little princess weighs 8 pounds, 3 ounces, and she's 4th in line to the throne. No word yet on her name. A driver is accused of hitting a woman with her car during a fight on our East End. Police say Jacqueline Vaughn hit Rita Rios yesterday afternoon after the pair got into a physical altercation. It happened at the Hotel Indigo on Main Street in Riverhead. Rios was seriously hurt. Vaughn is facing assault charges. No word on what sparked the fight between the two out-of-state women. A Syosset man is dead after crashing his SUV into a house. Police say James Spillane slammed into the home on Woodhull Road in Huntington. This happened just before midnight. Officers believe the 49-year-old may have suffered a medical emergency behind the wheel. No one else was hurt. Police are asking witnesses to call them at 631-854-8252. A bicyclist is killed after being hit by a car in Holtzville. It happened on Express Drive South, just west of Morris Avenue at 10 o'clock last night. Police are not identifying the victim right now. The driver isn't facing any charges. We're learning more about that murder-suicide in Mastic Beach. Court records show Wayne Street, the husband involved, was arrested for assault and violating probation. A source tells News 12 he was also interviewed last year as part of the investigation into the murder of a Mastic Beach man. It's still unclear what led Street to kill his wife and himself Thursday, leaving behind 6 children. Some Lawrence neighbors are concerned by who's living in a nearby motel. It's a story you'll see only on 12. Public records show 2 level 3 sex offenders are staying at the Holiday Inn in Rosedale. Residents tell us the New York City Department of Homeless Services partnered with the hotel to rent up to 75 rooms to homeless clients.
I truly don't want people to be homeless, but I can't have some man walking around Meadowmere not knowing if he is the pedophile. I can't risk that.
Nassau legislator Carrie Solage says he's calling on state lawmakers to tighten sex offender laws. Lace up those sneakers. It is marathon weekend here on Long Island. Tomorrow, athletes from all over the world will run 26.2 miles from Charles Lindbergh Boulevard in Uniondale to Eisenhower Park in East Meadow. There are some smaller races today, though. If you're not participating or watching, be aware there are several road closures for the event. For a list of those closures and other Long Island Marathon info, head to news12.com and click on numbers and links. And we are just hours away from the 141st Kentucky Derby. Race time for the first leg of the horse racing's Triple Crown is 6:24 p.m. And to celebrate, Belmont Park is hosting a Derby Day. They'll be simulcasting the Run for the Roses and even serving mint juleps, the signature drink at Louisville. And many Long Islanders are looking forward to the highly anticipated fight between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. Tonight's match is in Vegas, and it's for the World Welterweight title. So a very busy weekend, but you know what? Weather-wise, a lovely weekend too, I hear, huh, Matt?
That's right, Alicia. You know,
It is the end of an era. The annual Muscular Dystrophy Association Telethon will not take place this year. The first official Labor Day weekend event was hosted by Jerry Lewis in 1966. MDA's fundraising efforts will now primarily be done online. There's a plan this morning to turn a Deer Park home into a mosque, and the move has some residents unhappy. Bellport residents say they're being forced to stay inside because of a stench outside. It's a story you'll see only on 12. Folks have been complaining about the smell they say is coming from the Brookhaven Town landfill. They say it is so bad at times that a nearby school has to close its vents and windows and move kids into different classrooms.
There are kids, teachers getting headaches, dizziness, nausea.
Brookhaven officials say the state DEC has come to test the air quality. After weeks of monitoring, officials discovered no odor coming from the landfill. In your entertainment news now, Bruce Jenner is being sued after that deadly crash in Los Angeles. The stepchildren of the woman killed have filed a lawsuit claiming the Olympian was negligent. Jenner collided with the 69-year-old back in February, pushing her vehicle into oncoming traffic. He has not been charged in the case. We're learning more about B.B. King's health. The legendary blues singer is now in home hospice care. The 89-year-old was admitted to a Las Vegas hospital Thursday for dehydration. Now let's get a quick check of the weather for today. We'll see a mix of sun and clouds with afternoon highs around a pleasant 65. Tonight, your lows dip to the mid-40s. Your full hyperlocal forecast with meteorologist Matt Hammer coming up. I'm Alicia Laventure. Here's the latest on News 12 Long Island. The former Port Authority official who pleaded guilty to conspiracy in connection with the Bridgegate scandal is free on bond this morning. David Wildstein says he orchestrated the George Washington Bridge lane closures in 2013 to punish the mayor of Fort Lee, who did not endorse Governor Chris Christie for his re-election. Authorities in Nepal have ruled out finding more survivors of last week's earthquake. The death toll has now topped 6,600, and it's expected to rise. Officials there are now asking for donors to send tents, basic food supplies, and money to help the victims.
¡Sí se puede! ¡Sí se puede!
Thousands took to the streets in support of workers' rights, but in some cities, the May Day protests turned violent. In Seattle, 3 officers were hurt by demonstrators throwing rocks and concrete. And in Oakland, several businesses were destroyed by vandals. It's expected to take firefighters all weekend to put out this blaze at a recycling plant in Columbus, Ohio. Officials say it's likely the smoke blowing from the fire that's toxic. That's because the flames are burning recycled plastic. No one has been hurt, no word yet on a cause. A strange odor sparked an emergency landing in Paradise. A Hawaiian Airlines flight from Maui to California was in the air for 10 minutes last night when the crew noticed fumes. Everyone had to evacuate using the emergency slides. 2 people suffered minor injuries. No word on the source of the smell. It's still Long Island Restaurant Week, so why not pair a good meal with a good laugh? Our Elisa DiStefano has more. All right, thank you, Matt. Here's a look at some of your Long Island headlines now. 3 kittens found decapitated in Ronkonkoma. The Suffolk County SPCA says the remains were discovered Wednesday in an industrial area near 5th Avenue. We're told the animals were just 5 days old. Anyone with information is asked to call authorities at 631-382-7722. An arrest in the case of a woman who was assaulted, robbed, and abandoned on the Southern State Parkway. U.S. Marshals picked up Antoine Smiley at his home in Bayshore. Police say on Monday the parolee attacked the victim and left her severely injured at exit 37 in West Babylon. Amid growing criticism over the way his administration handled emails, Governor Cuomo is calling state leaders to the Capitol to find a fix. On May 22nd, New York's Attorney General and Comptroller will join talks to create a new email retention policy. Cuomo has taken heat by government accountability groups who claim his team violates the spirit of open record laws by deleting most emails after 90 days. An historic home run for the Yankees. Kevin Dexter has more in sports.